Hello everybody, this is a MHA one-shot. Mostly this is going to be crack fit. But anyway, here we go. Izuku and everyone in Class 1A gets thrown into a room. That looks like a theater room. And they see a man, and it's including Aizawa. Man, poof, out of nowhere. Say, hello, my name's Ace. How I might to meet you. And Aizawa says, why did you kidnap us? Simple. I wanted to make some decent entertainment for a friend of mine. And Izuku says, who's that friend of yours? Well, his tag name is Go Gaming, but I wanted to give him some free content. And everyone stiffens at that. And Ace says, well, take a seat. I'll get you your favorite food. And let's watch some other universes. This is mostly universes that probably we haven't seen much of. For example, there's a reality where Izuku Midoriya was born with Kirishima's quirk, or hypothetically speaking, but that's unlikely to see today. And everyone just gets more confused. And he says, anyway, now time to show the Dekuverse. And it acts like an old-timey projector for a minute by putting on the 1, 2, 3 thing. And then they show, what happens with consequences for actions. And they see a familiar blonde-haired male with a brown-haired man saying, I'm only here to give you the message he gave me. And this blonde-haired boy, or the man now, says, what's the message? And can you please get away from the drop? The message is, and I'll read it verbatim, to Bakugo Katsuki, or Kachan. And the blonde-haired man stiffens like a board at that. It's been a while. I know you believe I'm dead. But let's just say this. It's been exactly 10 years since you told me to jump off a roof. So, look behind you. And Bakugo looks behind him and sees Izuku Midoriya, or what he recognizes the suit as, the villain, the analyst. And Izuku has a scar on his right eye. Says, well, it's been how long since we've seen in person? Deku, what's happened? Many people would say I've gone nuts, but honestly, I think I just snapped. Because, you know, when Mom died, and I faked my suicide, I remember that. or the fact that the police didn't even check if there was a body. And Bakugo gulps. And everyone in the audience is very confused because of the whiplash of how fast this is happening. But Bakugo and Izuku are stiffing in fear because this is something that may or may not have happened. And Izuku says, well, let's just say, it's been a long time coming. Or karma. Or a better phrase of words. And Izuku Midoriya pulls out a knife and puts it to Bakugo's neck and pushes him back and pushes him back. And Bakugo slips and barely catches himself on the rooftop ledge. And Izuku says, it's a perfect day to rain. It's a perfect day for it to rain. For it to rain right now. And Bakugo is getting scared because Izuku knows, even though, yes, he considers him weak, he didn't consider him stupid. He read some of that notebook and well, he doesn't want to figure out where this is going. And Izuku says, well, let's just say consequences of actions, Kachan. And Izuku pushes him off the roof, and he pulls down his goggles and turns something on. And Bakugo can't feel his quirk. Then he splats. And then the recording ends. And Ace says, did you like this one? And everyone in the audience is quiet. And says, oh, come on. It's a decent starter. And Bakugo says, what the bleep was that? Simple. A different reality. Where this reality had a 32.47% chance of happening if 3 different actions in life happen differently. For example, if a rooftop had a lock on it, if a kid got denied for a job at a Wendy's, and one of the more ironic ones was Bakugo littering, and caused this reality to exist. Or the last one was littering in Matsutafu, 3 blocks away from a trash can, from a dumpster. That is the reality difference from this reality and the one you're from. And everyone says, wait a minute. So you're saying that there's a 32 point... Yes, there was a 32 point something. I can't remember exactly now. But do you want to see another one? More happy? And he snaps his fingers and another one projects. And Izuku is seen fighting Overhaul. And everyone sees it in his eyes. Because Eri is not on his back. That's one difference they already see. And Izuku is somewhat losing a bit, but is still keeping his own. Because of the fact that Izuku Izuku smartly put her not on his back, but not like on his shoulders, but basically put her a little down, so she's a bit more snug. On his back, so she doesn't fall off. And Overhaul says, "You don't know how to control her power." And Izuku says, "Well, at least I'm not going to be a piece of fucking shit." And Izuku uses a 100% punch to right in the middle of Overhaul's chest, and it goes through. And Overhaul's eyes go blank, and Izuku, Eri, and Overhaul go to the ground, but Izuku makes sure she doesn't get hurt. And Eraserhead sees the end of the fight, but is too far away to use his quirk, and runs over to see how good his student's doing, and sees the fact that Overhaul has a hole in his stomach, or chest. And Aizawa says, "Well, a little bit more paperwork than I would wish, but Izuku, Midoriya. Yeah. Are you okay?" "Yeah." And Izuku looks at what he'd done after the adrenaline mostly wore off. And Izuku says, "Aizawa, can you erase your quirk for a sec?" And Aizawa says, "Of course." And he deactivates her quirk, and she passes out from quirk exhaustion. And Izuku looks over and says, "Did I do that? Did I do that?" Aizawa says, "Yes, you did, but don't worry about it. I just killed him. Did I?" Aizawa puts his hand in his hand and says, "May or may not have, but in this situation, and especially the fact that you are a work-study student in a very dangerous situation, you are not going to be prosecuted if he does die. Because of the fact that, well, you didn't aim for a mitral artery. You aimed for the stomach." And Izuku says, "But I killed him." And Aizawa puts his hand near Overhaul's heart and doesn't feel it beat. But he's not telling his student that. That looks more distraught. Because, as much as, yes, Eraserhead is a hero, well, there's a reason why the fact that there are differences from villain deaths and villain accidents. Where one is basically it was an active choice of the hero to kill the villain, and it was an accident. Yes, a villain dying by a hero's hand, by the first definition, can be a last resort. There's a difference from an accident, where they weren't planning to kill with their blow, and the villain was just too powerful. And especially the fact that Izuku is a work-study student, he would not be me put to this, we wouldn't, Zuko wouldn't be put to the same standards as a full Lion Pro yet. At this remark, especially the fact that Overhaul was a powerful villain. And Zuko and Aizawa says, don't feel much of a pulse, but it's somewhat there. Anyway, I think I should call an ambulance for the both of you. And Izuku says, okay. And later, when Izuku finds out that Overhaul is dead, Izuku curls up in a ball and says, I killed him. I killed him. And has a panic attack. Because, yes, at the back of Izuku's mind, he thinks that Overhaul was a terrible person for using Eri as a bullet farm, but also the fact that he wasn't planning to kill Overhaul today. And Takachi comes over and says, Izuku, I need to do your I need to get your statement. Are you not going to arrest me? No, I'm not. It was an accident. And also the fact that after doctors examined the body, it was quite literally the best and worst place to hit him, because of the fact that his quirk basically was turning his body so quickly, he didn't realize to target the least protected parts of his body. From what damages were reported, that to our knowledge, you used a attack that you've been using much of the fight, were you? Zuko says, yeah, I was just using a punch to get him away, and maybe knock him out. And Sakachi detected that as true. And Shokoti says, don't worry, Izuku. Yes, it's a regrettable thing to have to do this during your profession, but it is a factor of the profession. I hope you understand that. And the recording ends. NA says, do you like this one? And everyone in the room feels less disturbed than the last one, but still disturbed. And Aizawa says, as much as I dislike how that was portrayed, yeah, it is a valuable lesson, and honestly, I would not want to give that talk to a student. Izuku says, wouldn't that still be murder, though? Aizawa says, no, it wouldn't. Because of the fact that in cases like this, especially with a work study student, like it said during the recording, Izuku, if you were put in that situation, similar or exactly how that was, your muscular fight or the Overhaul fight, it would be difficult finding a prosecutor in Japan that would prosecute you for those crimes, because of the fact that was an accident throughout. And he says, and that's the last recording for today. Please get some more drinks and food and see if people want to watch this. Anyway, I'm going to say this on Go Gaming's behalf. Please like, subscribe, and please like the video. Oh, and thank you for watching. Ching.